I know you like to save your pennies when it comes to Coca-Cola and ice cream and little jeans and junk like that, but
garbage
when it
bags
comes to backpacks and shoes, you spend and you spend heartily. Now, I was looking at these new Yeezy flip-flops.
Look at you. Yes.
No, I'm not, or slides as they would call them, right?
Yes.
Rob, I'm sorry. $450?
Hold on.
For some
Let me go.
slides? Do you have some?
Hell no.
I can see him. He stepped away. Man, I'm sorry. Those things better be made out of gold. They better be gold plated. You got some. $450? What are they made out of?
Look, Chris. It's like, I had a pair. Chris.
I did not know it. I didn't bring this up to, you know what I mean? I just was wondering.
If you're watching us on YouTube or whatever, I do have a beige pair of Yeezy slides. And Chris, I'm going to admit this to you. You know I'm not into just pumping up somebody because it's a name brand. They are outstanding, comfortable, so much so that I took my Gucci slides and I sold them. Because I don't need two pairs.
Wow. Well, hold up. What are they made out of?
It's just
you may not
high
know,
quality
what's
rubber
so
and
good about
regret.
it?
Right. They are, what'd you say, rubber and regret?
Yeah, high quality rubber and regret, Rob.
What are they? What's so good about them?
They just feel really, really good. I'm not kidding you. I'm not telling you, Chris, like, oh, well, they're all right or whatever, or they feel like those $24 Adidas ones you buy. No, the shape, the feel of them, I can't rave more about them. I'm dead serious. They're awesome.
I just bought some Nike slides for $45 and felt guilty.
No, take those back.
No, I love them. Though.
Take
they look
those
better
back.
than these freaking cut off Uggs looking things
Chris,
or whatever.
Go get you a pair of Yeezy slides, Chris. Come on. I'm telling you, you'll be like, oh, wow, Rob was right. You know me. I wouldn't steer you wrong.
Do you like the way they look? I don't really like the way they look.
No.
They're okay. I saw some woman in the store with them the other day, and I thought they was just like some regular. I was like, she came out in those?
Right.
Like he could have jazzed them up a little more.
No, I like that they're not overdone.
You say they're magic. They're magic. I believe you.
For me to get rid of my Gucci slides for these, I'm telling you, but they're worth
you didn't get rid of your Louis Vuitton ones. All right, let's move on. We got quick news about Dak. Rob G, what's the latest on Dak? Quickly.
Well, Dak Prescott has not been throwing for about a week and a half, while throwing with full power, that is, in Dallas Cowboys training camp. Tonight, in the middle of the show, they put out a tweet from their official Dallas Cowboys Twitter account. Here's what it says, quote, "It's not a setback, not a reason to worry, but Dak Prescott is planning on getting another MRI."
That's a setback.
I can't believe that a team actually worded it that way.
Right, because it's so stupid, Chris. If everything was good, you wouldn't need another MRI.
Thank you.
Come on, man. Not a setback. Nothing happened, but he's going to get another MRI.
And that makes us feel like you're hiding something.
Exactly.
And
I don't think they are, but it's just that just comes off as bush league.
Yeah, and our friend Will Blackman, played in the NFL for a while. He put this out on Twitter that's been retweeted by several NFL players. The only reason one would dare to get into one of those loud-ass machines is because they're worried.
Yes.
Wow.
Chris, have you ever had an MRI?
I believe so. Yes, I think
They're
so.
uncomfortable. Yeah. Oh, my God. Right?
But maybe I haven't because I don't remember it being that bad.
Well, you're confined. If I remember when I got in one.
What'd you have
move around? When I had the oral surgery and they took a piece of bone from my hip and put in my lower jaw, I've had like bone loss. So they took a piece of bone and put it into my jawbone. It was an amazing operation.
Wow. Okay. But anyway,
that's why I'm hip when I'm talking. That's why I'm hip.
That wasn't bad. That was one of your better ones. All right. You should save that for your David Allen.
See, Rob, when you're off the fly, you do much better.
I love the way he words it too, Alex. David Allen Greer is trying to get me to do a stat. Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. He
think
probably
this
texted
Rob
him once.
is begging David. Somehow he got to, like, he met David Allen Greer at some point, and now he's been begging him to get him up on stage.
I swear he probably.
I think that's how it's
I
worked.
bet CB he liked one of Rob's tweets, and Rob's like, he wants me on.
Right, exactly.
He said it's time
That's
for us
probably
to
what
get
it
you,
is.
It's time for us to get you on a stage. That's words from David Allen Greer. That's all. He's a Detroit homie. He's a hilarious.
What's he up to lately?
He does Broadway stuff and stages, you know what I mean?
Is he on Broadway? Okay.
He had a show on Fox not that long ago. Yeah.
Really?
I can't remember the name of it, but he had a show on Fox.
All right, but anyway, Rob, let's get into this. And it plays off of Hard Knocks last night. Mike McCarthy, if you watched it, he had on, shorts for the most part. And, he dressed in a few different outfits because it's overtime. But he also had like a kind of a shirt on, a sports shirt, long sleeve T-shirt. And he got a belly. He's got a belly. I don't think he looks, nothing to think of. But, he's a big guy with a belly. But it's become quite a story today. Our man Skip Bayless from Undisputed, he said that he would like his coach to be in better shape. And he got some pushback from Jenny Taft, and that's become a big deal. So, Jenny and Skip went back and forth about it, but we're not going to get into that. But what we want to get into, because Lane Kiffin said this recently. He said, and we know he's the coach, and he said that he's lost more than 30 pounds in the offseason because he felt like it would be hypocritical of him to ask players to take care of their bodies when he himself was overweight. Here's the quote. I saw a picture of me at the bowl game last year and told the players I looked like an anaconda that had swallowed a deer.
Wow.
And the deer got stuck in its neck. I mean, I can't even picture that. But he said, that goes for all of us, starting with me. Here I am in postseason meetings back in January telling my offensive linemen and other guys that they needed to eat better, lose weight, get in better shape. And I looked like a whale. So, he said he wanted to look better for his players. Rob, I just want to ask you, I mean, do you think that it is a factor that a coach, of a sport needs to be in good shape and kind of look like he's fit and all that to be a coach or get his respect to the players?
I don't think that is what you need if a guy's an older guy and he's in his 60s, Chris, or whatever. Everybody's not going to be svelte. It's just the way the body operates, as you get older.
Absolutely.
But there are certain jobs and certain situations, I think, when you look at people, and it does determine whether or not you would want them to take care of you or do anything for you. And I'll give you an example. If you went to a dermatologist because you had some acne and you wanted to be cleared up, and your dermatologist had acne, Chris, would you use him?
I would be skeptical.
Okay. If you went and got a personal trainer,
how you gonna get rid of my acne when you haven't gotten rid of yours, right?
You go to a personal trainer and he's fat, and he's supposed to train you and get you in shape. You wouldn't use him.
I would be skeptical.
Okay, you go to a dentist. His grill is jacked up. He got a bad grill. How in the world is he gonna fix my grill when his grill's mad? Like those are, I think those are legit. When it comes to a coach and whether he has to be, athletic and in shape, like he's 35 instead of 55 or 65, I don't buy into it.
I'm with you, and you had some good examples about those jobs and stuff where it might matter. But I'm with you on a coach. My main thing for the coach is, does he know the game, right? Because you can take this, Rob, take it further, and that's where you start to get into, well, do I require that my professional coach play professionally, right? I mean, if you take it out further, So, and I don't think that has to be the case. I think the key is knowledge. If my coach is big, out of shape, but he knows what he's talking about, he's got us prepared, he's helping me improve, I'm cool with it. And I've had coach. I had a great high school football coach, and man, and he wasn't out of shape. Nah, he wasn't. He was, he looked fine. But my point is, you recognized the knowledge. Like, I mean, we were prepared, man, for everything. We knew the other team, everything they were running, what we wanted to run, 2-minute drill. Like, we were ready, and I respected that. So had he been overweight, it wouldn't have mattered. Now, I'll say this, Rob. In college, my head coach was in shape. I mean, he wasn't. He was fine. He was a normally shaped person.
Right.
But our assistant coach, who was really more of a recruiter, but he was an assistant coach, and I'm not exaggerating, he was probably 500 to 600 pounds.
Oh my God!
Seriously. Pernell Gray, we called him Gray Bear, great guy. He recruited a ton of dudes, and he was a great recruiter, getting guys to our school, Oberlin College. But
and he could sneak people in on campus because he could just say, "Hey, stand behind me as we walk through the gate." Right? No, I'm sorry.
No, he was huge because he was only maybe 6 feet tall.
Wow!
But he had a prop. He had gone through depression earlier. And, when he was younger, and, he just gained weight and never got it off. But he would sit in practice, he would crack on us at times. And, but we let it go, and everybody loved Gray Bear. But because he was a good recruiter, and he did know the game. So I just think that, in coaching, and you brought up like dermatologists and dentists.
I'm serious.
I think you're right. But here's the difference. Their expertise,
they have knowledge,
is fixing teeth.
Right, but they went to dermatology school. I'm just saying they have the knowledge you're looking for. But if the evidence is on their face or in their teeth, their mouth, that they don't, they haven't done it to themselves. So I'm not looking at a football or a basketball coach. Like you said, I understand they're older. Maybe they were a great athlete back in the day, maybe not. A lot of times they are, and you look and go like, really, you play ball?
Exactly. No, there's a lot of people I know dudes, Rob, who were great athletes, and you would see them now, and you would never believe it.
Right, can't believe it.
So I just think a coach is more about his knowledge, and if he don't know what he's talking about, then we got a problem. But that's like a dentist. You can't fix teeth because your teeth are messed up. We got a problem. But a coach is not about your appearance, not about you looking like you're in shape. I'll say this too, Rob. You don't want the coach competing with the players, right?
Right.
I had a coach once come out, and he played college ball, and we came out one day to practice, and we walked into the gym. He got the boom box playing because he was only maybe mid-30s. He got the boom box playing, and he wanted to show us.
Right.
He was mad at us because we wasn't really hooping that way. Yeah, that he could ball. So he played with us that day, and that doesn't gain the players' respect. Even if you whip them, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what you trying to prove? You know what I mean? Or who you? And if we whip him, it's what I mean? It's just. The coach doesn't compete with the players. That should never be a situation.
Alex, I want to ask you real quick, and then we'll get to some calls. What are we doing next? Yeah, some calls.
Yeah, we got calls coming up.
Alex, would you go to a dermatologist or use a dermatologist who had acne?
See, Rob,
you're level-headed.
I'm very big on presentability. Yes. So, for example, I was really big in working out in college and still am today. And when I used to go to like those gym head, the GNCs and stuff, there'd always be like 60-some-year-old ladies telling me about protein and stuff. And I'm like, have you ever tried these protein drinks? Like, it speaks volume to me. I think like the way you carry yourself is a big deal. So, for example, Rob, say you're trying to get into investing, right? And you want to start day trading, market trading. You're going to go to some guy that's wearing sweatpants and just like a sweater. And he's like, oh, yeah, I know all about it. Now I want a guy with a suit who has some kind of like a sense. It speaks volume to me.
Okay.
So what about a coach? Do you think a coach needs to be in shape?
See, this is a different aspect now. It kind of comes off of the way they perceive themselves, so knowledge base. If they have knowledge and they back it up, I'll listen because this is one of those different deterring factors, but it does help in my eyes, say a Sean McVay. Guy's younger, in shape, he's very proactive, he has the voice behind him, he shows the knowledge, he can back it up with what he does. That speaks more volume. So it's like if you're showing me the two, of course I'm going to lean towards one more than the other, but it's not a make or break in this aspect.
All right.